2 weeks remain for the Monster Jam East drivers to make it into the World Finals. Last week in Atlanta, Luke Rainey wowed the crowd and Bounty Hunter and took home the event victory. This week, the drivers head to the MetLife Stadium as all 14 drivers still have a shot to make it to the World Finals. Who will help their chances? We'll find out next.
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world is number one. Pull it up to the line, let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
Week 4 of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series kicks off here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're here at the MetLife Stadium for the East Series event. Only 2 weeks remain until we get to the World Finals, so there's a lot on the line for these drivers to try and set them up for the final event to get into the World Finals. I'm Joe Rakowski, alongside me is Trey Bartow, and last week there was a lot of controversy in terms of judging, not necessarily in the East Division, but certainly in the Central and a little bit in the West as well. They've got some new judges in all the different series like normal. There's been rotating judges week and week. We'll see how it works out this week. What do you expect to see here at MetLife? Will the judging be a little bit better, do you think?
I think the judging will be a little bit better, and actually a lot better, that is. I think these drivers are going to give these judges something to definitely, go out and give a good score on. And with you said 2 weeks remaining before the World Finals, now is the time where multiple competitors, can even lock themselves to going into the World Finals. So we'll have to see who's going to be able to step up the plate and go to the World Finals after today.
And now let's go take a look at our 14-truck field of trucks for freestyling here at the MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. First out here today will be Carolina Crusher and Ryan Wilson. They have Grinder with Stephen Collin, and then Bad Habit driven by Chris Reynolds.
In Stone Crusher, we got BB Ruiz, Gravedigger driven by Justin Zeidel, and Overkill is with Matthew Burnett.
Then we have Monster Energy, the Purple Edition, Marshall Burrow, Mohawk Warrior with Riley Sampson, and then in Hooked, we have Stewie Moore.
Bigfoot is driven by Bronson Minnick, El Toro Loco with Jay Rando, and Northern Nightmare is driven by Canadians Keegan Thompson.
The final 2 trucks to take the course, Blue Thunder Ace Garcia and Atlanta Freestyle winner, Bounty Hunter and Luke Rainey. We're getting ready to go freestyling here at MetLife Stadium. Our first truck out, Carolina Crusher Ryan Wilson. We'll see what he can do for these judges to kick off freestyle. Obviously wants to leave a good impression to kick off freestyle. His 90-second starts right there as he goes over the tabletop with a nice little hit right there.
Now, is it safe to say that, the first 5 or 6 trucks are all the trucks that got suffered with the broken wheel dilemma that we saw last week?
Yeah, I would say a good portion of them for sure.
Huge air off that racing lane right there as well.
Yeah, I think they add some dirt to that racing lane right there, and a lot steeper there into some crushed cars. But I think definitely a lot of these first few trucks that we're going to see going out had some either mechanical issues in terms of underneath or the wheel issues. We'll see if we have any more wheel issues here this week in East Rutherford. These drivers definitely hoping, and the crews hoping that doesn't happen. We'll see what Ryan Wilson does. Going to go into some cyclones here early on his run.
Yeah, so far, pretty early on, he's hitting every note you need to with 45 seconds still remaining in his run. He's already got some cyclone in, some big air. I don't think I've seen a slap wheelie or wheelie of any kind yet, but we'll have to see what he can do with the second half.
And that middle jump is definitely going to be one of the more unique ones here. So he's actually going to go to the jammer. First time we've seen that on the circuit here, and he does a great job getting over that. But that middle jump going to be very, very unique. They've added dirt to either end, but it's not as if it's a ramp dirt. It's just kind of they've put mounds of dirt on either end. So that's going to be very interesting to see how those drivers are able to hit that, and if they're able to get any air off of that, as Ryan Wilson doing a decent job to go out here first. He's definitely going to set the bar decently high, get some more nice air off the racing lanes.
He definitely is doing a great job right now. 7 seconds remaining, now counting 6. He's going to hit the jammer, get a nice skywheel off that, but he's not going to be able to make it over top of it. Is he going to be able to save it?
No.
No, he's not. But, I mean, he did feel the clock, so no better way to wreck out your runners where at the very end.
Yeah, that was definitely a good way to start out Freestyle. Ryan Wilson and the Carolina Crusher should set the bar up inside the 20s for sure. Here's that first off the racing lane that you mentioned. Nice air, huge air off of that. Not normally expect to see on the racing lane, but they add the dirt into that to make it a little bit steeper, and it produces some nice air.
It did produce very nice areas. You see him going to the crush car there. Those cars are pretty excited to get hit by that truck there. But right here, the last hit, he tried to go up the backside of the jammer there, but couldn't really get up enough. Stuck it in the air and rolled it over. He had a very close chance of saving it here, but just looked like didn't get enough grip on the tire.
I think the wheel slipped right there, and it just came over onto its lid. So we'll see what the scores are for Ryan Wilson in the Carolina Crusher. A 23, so nice job there, setting the bar pretty decently high. And at the end of the night, that could even set him inside the top 5 in finishing order in terms of where he is in the finishing of the freestyle. Next out, grinder Steven Collin looking to try and rebound after a bad run in Atlanta. He'll get some nice air off of the racing lane to start his run. You know, he hasn't really had a great season. He's down flirting with not being in the World Finals. So a good run here in that grinder truck could set him up pretty nicely to get to the World Finals. He wheelies it into the tabletop and produces a nice sky wheelie and leads into a slap wheelie.
That was a nice combination move there. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely trying his best here to do everything he can with these final few weeks remaining. I definitely think he can do it here. He just needs a couple solid runs under his belt here and no pressure. But nice sky wheelie again. Again, another truck that really couldn't get over the top of it. But he's going to put it on his end. And he's going to be able to pull it out of it.
Oh!
He did it! The height of the jammer actually helped him out there, so nicely done by him. But, those jammers, the backside of them look pretty steep there for those trucks.
And he still has 40 seconds left in this run. Steven Collin has had now a wow factor in this run. A nice save there and some big air to go with that. He can now try and fill this clock out. And I think if he does fill the clock, he might be taking the freestyle lead away from Carolina Crusher as he's going over the jammer. Got over it that time right there. 20 seconds left. The truck actually getting a little wonky there. Looks like he's going for the backflip ramp.
We'll have to see if he's going to be able the first truck to be able to do it. Nice rotation. He lands it. Backflip into a flat spin 360. I don't know, but what a move that was. Just going to floor it into the backside of the jump. Huge smoke coming out of the bottom of the truck there. More smoke coming out of the bottom of the truck. Don't know what he broke there, but he filled the clock nevertheless. I mean, this was an amazing run.
Yeah, you have to wonder if that's maybe some fluid from something or somewhere where he hit that jump pretty hard, but a very, very good run for Steven Collin and the grinder going out second here, so that's obviously very hard to do to go out this early on to produce a really, really good run. You haven't been able to see other drivers go out and see what they've done, but grinder going to set the bar pretty high. Here's that wheelie into the tabletop, sends him into a sky wheelie, and then he slap wheelies that and almost actually goes over here as he gets off the tabletop, does a great job saving the truck.
Yeah, he definitely planned that move out before he came out ahead of time, so nicely done on him by executing that amazing move there. Nice combination there. That's what the fans like to see. Right here, though, again, like I said, another truck really struggling to get over top of that. I mean, he does end up getting over top of it, but at the same time, it kind of flips his truck over to the side there, but luckily he was able to pin the gas, get over to the other side of the jammer there, and the height of the jammer actually helped him get the truck back on the all four wheels.
Yeah, right there. He's just parked on top of the jammer, and luckily he's just rolled off the other side back onto all four wheels, and he was able to continue on with this freestyle. And let's go and look at this backflip right here. Whatever happened to it at the end, he does it completes it, and I think it bounced off the ramp right here. My goodness.
This suspension is on there pretty tough there. I mean, luckily for him, he didn't have to back up, but a score of a 26, that's a pretty high lead.
Yeah, that's a pretty good run there for Steven Collin, and the grinder sent the bar high as only the second truck out. He's in the freestyle lead. Next out, Bad Habit Chris Reynolds has had a solid season, but a bad run out in Atlanta has hurt him in the points. See if he can rebound here in East Rutherford. Hit the jammer for his first hit right there, and he'll combo it up into the back of the racing lane.
You know what I realized out with this track, Joe? I think a lot of drivers are happy about this. There's no single jump out there.
Yes.
So I don't think those drivers have to worry about getting all messed up on that single jump.
Yeah, hopefully these drivers can keep it calm and maybe not run into the jammers. He just
well, there it is.
My goodness, that was a hard hit for Chris Reynolds. Luckily, that truck stayed on all four wheels, and luckily all four wheels stayed on the truck. He's able to continue on, but just as I was mentioning, I think I jinxed it a little right there.
Yeah, luckily, I mean, it didn't really hurt his run at all. Didn't really damage the truck too bad, other than he's missing the front of the hood now. But as we've said all season long, that kind of helps drivers see a little bit better. So we'll have to see what he's going to be able to do now. Some nice air off that side section there of the main set of jumps there.
He's going to go to the back of the jammer. That's where Carolina Crusher got messed up. He gets over it very, very nicely there. Great job by Chris Reynolds. A nice skywheelie off of that. Still 30 seconds left for Reynolds to go crazy here in freestyle. Hasn't had the run that I think Grinder had, but definitely a solid run for Chris Reynolds going out third here. I just don't know if he'll be able to challenge Grinder unless he does something crazy in these final 20 seconds.
Yeah, we're going to have to see a big wow factor. There's some nice air over that side of that jump there. Put it into a little bit of a slap wheelie there. He's going to carry straight into those jittery jump cars, I guess I should say. He's going to turn it around here, look at the jammer, possibly. No, he's going to spin it completely around. He's going to go for the backflip.
See if he could get to it in time. He will. 5 seconds left. He hits it. Doesn't rotate enough. It bounced off the front, and it goes up on his lid. So Chris Reynolds, not how he wanted to end. If he could have completed that, would have been a nice move, but on his lid to end his freestyle run. And I don't think that's going to be taking the lead from Grinder anytime soon. Here's that look at that backflip at the end.
I mean, he got, not as much rotation as he was hoping for. He did get nice rotation, but the front tires didn't really bounce off the way he was hoping for and ended up putting him onto his roof there. But again, it was a solid run from him.
It's a 21, so definitely a solid run. But right now, the bar's been so high, that's last place for Chris Reynolds. I don't expect it to stay in last place, though. So next out, Stone Crusher Baby Ruiz flying out to the course and doing a little drifting there going around this course.
Ain't nothing wrong with drifting a 1,500 horsepower monster truck at all. Nice way to start off his run there. Some nice air. Put it kind of into a slap wheelie there. Put him also up on the 2 wheels, but he was able to bring it back down here. We'll have to see what he's planning in mind. Already going to head for the middle jump. Yes, he is. Some nice air after that. He's going to hit the top of it as well.
Where's he going to go next? Flying around, missing the jammer. Looks like he's going to go to the front end of the jammer right here. He'll go over it. Nice air off of that. He'll nose it down. Pull into a little bit of a wheelie, but sets it back down before he gets to the back of the racing lane. So Baby Ruiz right now taking it a little cautious early on. Maybe not want to mess his truck up this early on his freestyle. Want to try and fill this 90 seconds again. Get some nice air off the tabletop. Nose it down to the ground. A little bit of wheelie there, but he gets to the jammer. Gets a little caught up on the jammer. Is he going to be stuck on here? He's having some issues. He does get off it. Great job there, but lost some time doing that.
Yeah, he definitely had some big struggles getting over the jammers. Those jammers are set up so high that if you don't hit them right, he got some nice air off the backside of that middle jump there. But if you don't hit it right, you could definitely get the bottom of the chassis hung up onto it, and you're going to lose valuable seconds of your run there.
Huge air off the racing lane, lands it down to all 4 tires, but Baby Ruiz has had some decent momentum, but once again, Grinder and Stephen Collin had those wild moves throughout the run, which these drivers have been missing so far. Getting a little cockeyed there as he lands. Has to stop for the wall. He has to put into reverse.
He's just going to reverse it over the face of the side over that. He's going to get it onto his side there. Is he going to be able to save it? No, he's not, but again, he was able to fill the time, so I don't think it's going to take the lead, but it might put him into the middle of the trucks that have ran so far.
Yeah, it was definitely another solid run. I would compare it a lot to what we saw just last run with Chris Reynolds in the Bad Habit. Not too many crazy moves, but very decent run. There you see that last move backing it up over the middle jump, but it ends up on its side, ending up rolling over onto its roof. We'll see what Baby Ruiz's score is in the Stone Crusher. It is a 20, so that actually puts him down last place right now of the trucks that have gone out. So it is still Grinder, Stephen Collin, and then Carolina Crusher, Ryan Wilson, the front 2. But next out, Justin Zeidel and Gravedigger, not happy at all with how his freestyle ended in Atlanta after having to try and save it, but the wall got in his way. He's looking to rebound here in East Rutherford. Won it out in Tampa just a few weeks ago. Can he try and repeat that magic here? He'll get some nice air to start out his 90 seconds.
Yeah, I know not anyone's used to seeing a Gravedigger come out this early. Already, though, onto his side, he's going to be able to save it. I think he lost the door there. He did lose the door, but good way to start out his run here. But Justin Zeidel definitely has a point to prove here that, that run last week was just a fluke. It won't happen again. He's going to be the one to come out here and show all the other drivers what's up.
Yeah, you talk about Gravedigger going out early. This week, all the Gravedigger trucks are going out fairly early. Zeidel is the 5th truck out. His teammate Eli Bryant Central is going to be the 6th out. And out in West, Colin Teague, their teammate, is going to be the 1st truck out. It was not a great week 3 for the Gravedigger team. They're looking to rebound here this week in week 4 to set themselves up for the World Finals. And Zeidel's had a great run so far. Big air over every jump.
If I'm not mistaken, was it 2 weeks ago where 2 Gravediggers won out of the 3 events?
Yeah.
So it's crazy how fast things can change up here. But that was a uniquely hard landing on the side of that truck there. But luckily, nothing broke off here. So far, there he's had a decent momentum going. But sideways right here on top of the MX Raves, put it on its nose. He's going to be able to save it out.
No.
I don't think he's going to be able to. He's keep trying, but I think they RI'd him there and shut him off just because of the truck's sake. So not what he wanted to do. I think he still had about 15 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, 15 seconds left, and with everyone so far filling the clock, that is not going to help Zeidel score at all. It was a good run while it was happening. Right there, here's that save. The door off, puts onto one wheel. It comes back down to all fours, but here at the end of the run, he ends up flipping over as he tries to cross-ride over the middle jump, and this is definitely not going to be the score Zeidel wanted out of the Gravedigger truck.
Nah, right here. I mean, it flipped him over to the one side. He might have had a chance to save it, but nothing really went his way here. You can see right here him just flipping the truck over, losing the hood, and putting it upside down. But we'll have to see what the judges thought of this run. I don't really think, it's going to be a very good run for him at all.
And we'll see what the scores are for Zeidel and the Gravedigger. It is a 19, so I'll put him last currently, not filling the clock. Those judges saw that, and they told their piece about it. You have to fill the 90 seconds. It looks like if you want to have a good score here in East Rutherford. Overkill Evolution, Matthew Burnett comes out straight to the tabletop for his first hit of the 90 seconds. Nice there. He's actually going to turn before he hits the chamber and almost actually goes over.
I think you saw what happened to a couple other trucks out here with the backside of this Jameson. He got a little bit scared from that, but nice air over the backside of the middle section. He's going to endo it, and did he get caught up with the...
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's stuck on the car there with the tire. He was able to back up. Was that a reverse sky? I don't even know what... I'm going to call it a reverse sky wheelie.
That was a very cool move, whatever it was. That car maybe set him up, even though it cost him some time. Still a very unique move, something that I don't think anyone else will be able to replicate here tonight. Nice air off of the tabletop, pulls a little bit of a wheelie, in trouble, but puts it back onto all four wheels. There's a little bit of a lip there from where that ramp used to be in terms of racing, so they didn't get rid of that all, so that could trip some people up. Just watch out for that later on in the event if some people land there.
I guess that would be considered a little bit of a single jump there. So it's still here in the presence, but upside down on top of the middle ramp to see if he's going to be able to pull out. I don't think he's going to be able to pull out of this. No, he is not.
And about 30 seconds left for Matthew Burnett, and that is definitely not going to contend for a top 5 at all in this freestyle. I think this is going to be the lowest score we've seen so far. It had some cool moves throughout it, but still with about 30 seconds left on the clock, a third of the run left, you can't have that and expect to do well in freestyle.
Yeah, we're going to see what happened right here. It looks like the left front, that is, just got caught up on the front of the car there. And he's going to try to pull forward. He drags the car a little bit with him. And he's going to reverse it out of there. And what? Yeah, he just gets a reverse sky wheelie out of that. That's a really unique move right there.
Matthew Burnett knew it wasn't working in one direction, so I would be mad to keep going in that direction, so let's go the other way. And then right here, here's what ended it. He tried to go a little bit cross-thrown over the middle jump, and it just doesn't set well as it lands. It ends up on its lid. Maybe if it came up onto the side, he could have had a chance to throttle it over and save it, but it's on its lid. He can't do anything in that scenario. It's going to be a score of 14, not what Matthew Burnett won. That's going to hurt him in the points as well. Remember, top 8 make it to the World Finals. If Matthew Burnett finishes down the bottom 3, that's going to be a lot less points than what he was hoping to get here in East Rutherford. So we'll see how that affects the points at the end of the night, as we have Monster Energy and Marshall Burrell heading out onto the floor looking to try and help his chances to make it into the World Finals. He's not had a great season, but a good run here could get him the points he needs to get up inside the top 8.
Yeah, some nice air off the start of the jammer there. Almost a little bit sideways there off the side of the middle jump there. But I know this whole Monster Energy team are all looking to get their first win of the season as a team all together here. And some nice air off the front of that racing lane there. So I know Marshall Burrell here is going to be looking to do that for them.
I know a lot of people last week thought that Brett Sierra got Monster Energy's as a team their first win of the season. But a lot of people felt it was a robbed away win from Brett Sierra, so maybe the Monster Energy team's going to come out guns a-blazing here this week to try and get all 3 in victory lane.
I guess you can say they're going to try to pull some monster moves out here to get the win, huh?
I think so, and they're going to have they need a lot of energy to do it as well.
Oh, man, look at all these puns coming out of us. But so far, I mean, he's had a decent run so far. Some nice moves being pulled out here. Some nice air off the crossroad, and he's going to go up. Almost upside down into a sky wheelie. Going to park it there, put it in reverse. Kind of. He got out of there. All right. I thought he was going to get a little, crossed up there and going to hurt him, but not really there. But about 15 seconds remaining. I think they're still going to be looking for a wow factor.
Looks like he's going to be going for a backflip here with the final 10 seconds. Nice rotation. It actually twists in midair, but it lands on all 4, so it's going to be counted as a backflip in our book. And he's just going crazy now to end out the run with just under 5 seconds left. That truck is going into some uncontrolled moves. It's going to end up on its lid. So A great way to end the run, though, for Marshall Burrow and the Monster Energy. Once again, I think Grinder's run may have just been a little bit better, but this is definitely a run that could contest for a top 3 spot as they run.
Yeah, he had all the big air. He had the unique moves across thread right here that got him a little, squirrely here. We'll see what happened. But, yeah, it looks like he hit the side of that little pod section there, I guess, and put him up into a skywheel. So nicely done there. He reversed it out of there. And then what did he try to do? Go forward here again. And, yeah, he did. So, I mean, good way to get out of a little bit of a sticky situation there, but here's the backflip.
There's the backflip. It just kind of twisted as it went off, the back wheels went off that ramp. Luckily for him, it lands back down on all fours, so it still counts as a backflip or a backflip with a twist. He wheelies it off of that backflip into the crush cars, noses it down, and then just hits the gas. He's on 2 wheels, and this thing goes just uncontrollably over. See, it almost flips back onto all fours, but it doesn't set well, and it ends up flipping over onto its side. So we'll see what the scores are for Marshall Burrow Monster Energy, a 24. So that puts him right now into 2nd position. So a decent run for Marshall Burrow. Grinder's just a little bit better, though, but Burrow right now 2nd as they run. As next truck out, Mohawk Warrior Riley Sampson. He's had some good runs this season. We'll see if he can continue that momentum here in East Rutherford to get another good score. Looks like going to the back of the middle jump for his first hit. Nice air to start out the run.
Yeah, very nice way to start his run here by hitting the back of that little middle jump there. He's going to turn the truck around. Looks like he's going to be aiming for that set of jumps there. He's going to try to hit the little bit of the cross-thread type ramp there. Going to clear that side of it. Already up onto his side there, but was able to pull it back down and straight into the backside of the jammer.
At backside of the jammer, it's a little bit harder to get up because it's a lot steeper on that end, and a lot of drivers have issues. Luckily for Riley Sampson, he gets over it, floors it to the back of the middle jump, and gets some huge air off, and it clears it by a country mile. A very, very big launch for Riley Sampson in the Mohawk Warrior, trying to get some momentum up and aggressive here to get to the final half of this run. About 50 seconds remains for Riley Sampson in the Mohawk Warrior. Decent momentum so far in this run. If he can continue this, he might have a shot to get up and challenge Grinder if he gets some wow moments in.
He's definitely getting a chance to do, but he has to be able to fill these last about 35 seconds left on the clock, and as you said, put a wow factor or 2 into this thing. I mean, he's had great momentum, but again, there's always a couple of things missing from every run.
Going to the tabletop, he'll nose it down, pull it into a little bit of wheelie there, until he'll go into the jammer. It flips him upside down. Oh my goodness. He almost tried to backflip off the jammer.
And he's going to bounce himself onto the side of the wheels. I've never seen a truck do that before.
That's some talent to do that. I mean, maybe the judges will factor that in the score, that he was able to bounce it like that. But look at this final hit right here and how that truck almost flipped over into a backflip.
It looks like he was maybe going to try to get a wheelie into it, but it settled down right beforehand and just launched himself off the back of that. Look at the way the truck's flipping through the air here, rolls upside down, tips the end of the crush cars there, and just balances himself onto the side of those tires. That's impressive.
It's a score of a 19 for Riley Sampson. Didn't fill the clock. Left about 15 seconds left. That ties him right now with Justin Zeidel in Gravedigger. Down towards the bottom. Obviously not filling the clock. Hurts his score. Hooked and Stewie Moore next out. He'll start his run with the tabletop. He's hoping what happens to Riley Sampson doesn't happen to him at the start of this run. He'll set his truck down before he gets to the jammer and gets a nice sky wheelie off it. Rear wheels ran perfectly on the top of the jammer.
Yeah, the backside of those jammers are good for one thing. That's getting a nice sky wheelie out of them. But other than that, I mean, they can really hurt your day. Nice air off the backside of that middle jump there. Almost cleared it completely. Just about landed it perfectly on the other side of it as well. But so far, I mean, a couple seconds into his run, he's doing good so far. He's try to get a slap wheelie out of this. He actually does get a slap wheelie out of that pretty much. So he's got some nice moves going so far.
Stewie Moore going all out early on in this run, looking to try and take it from Grinder Stephen Collin. The score to beat is a 26 from Stephen Collin. And if Stewie Moore can continue on and get some crazy moments in and fill this 40 seconds left remaining, he could have a shot. He's had a great run so far. It's been action-packed. He's been getting some nice air, but a little bit more variety of moves can definitely help him out. Here's another sky wheelie over that jammer. Once again, the back tires on the top of that stack.
I thought he was about to do the same thing we just saw Mohawk Warrior do and just ram it right into the back of that thing, but I think he knew he had quite a few minutes or seconds left on the clock there, so he calmed it down. A little cross-side up over the back side of that section of the jumps there, but was able to put it back down. Looks like he's going to get some huge air off of the racing lanes.
Lands it down on the side, in trouble onto the left side, but pulls it back onto all four wheels. And with under 5 seconds left, I think that's going to be it for Stewie Moore. And Hooked, he'll get one more in for the fans. But the question is that enough to beat Stephen Collin and Grinder?
I mean, It's definitely challenging, but I don't think it was enough, in my opinion, that is to take the lead here. Definitely a second place run, though.
Yeah, that was definitely a very, very good run. I would rank it up there with Marshall Burrow and Monster Energy for sure, right around that. There's the nice air off the racing lane. This was actually his final hit in terms of scoring. Gets up on his side, but puts it back down into all four tires. So a good save there. And the score is a 23, so that'll put him tied with Carolina Crusher. Right now, I believe that's tied for third place, just 1 point below Marshall Burrow in the Monster Energy. As next out, Bigfoot and Bronson Minnick. Looks like he's setting up here for that middle jump, possibly.
I think he's lining it up, going to try to get some nice air off if he's going to almost tap the wall. Oh, he does tap the wall there. Actually, he's going to make sure he's as far back as he can get. He's going to floor the truck here.
Nice air.
That's some nice air, yeah.
Oh, it nosed down.
Still didn't clear it, though. Still did not clear it. I don't think you're going to be able to clear that jump at all there. They just pack so much dirt in it lengthwise. I think it's impossible to clear it.
And that's Bigfoot power that went into that ramp, and it didn't clear it. So that's when you know that something, I think, is basically impossible. But Bronson Minnick going to try and go out now and fill this 90 seconds and continue on with this freestyle run as he's just about 25 seconds in. He'll get nice air off the tabletop, nose it down. That tabletop's been nosing a lot of people down, which is very dangerous when you can pull that to a wheelie right into the jammer.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to be, mindful of that. They can definitely get a slapply out of it, but either they have to be sure to, try to carry it into the jammer some way, somehow, or, stop it before you get to the backside of the jammer and it ruins your day. But he was able to do it. He's going to get an endo off the middle jump there. Not the middle jump, the side. Oh, no, he got stuck onto the wall.
And that is going to be the end of Bronson Minnick's run in Bigfoot. And with over 30 seconds left on the clock, that is not going to be what the Bigfoot team wanted to see. Here's that first hit where he tried to clear the middle jump, but just not enough launch off of that. Puts him down into his nose right here, but this is not going to be the run Bronson Minnick and Bigfoot wanted at all.
No, it's definitely not going to be what he wanted right here. Goes off the middle jump at a little bit of a crossroad there, hits the back of the racing lane, goes straight into that, going to another endo there. He tried to gun it up here, but didn't really have that much room. He put it onto his roof there and just lodges himself into the wall there.
And it's a score of 13, so that puts him right now down in the last position as they run with 4 trucks left to run. Minnick already has one last place finish this season in Tampa. He's hoping that someone goes lower than him. Is next out El Toro Loco Jay Rando. He had his fair share of bad moments. You think about the first event, Syracuse. He got caught on some crushed cars. Something that doesn't happen here. He's hoping to get nice scores. He got a nice little first move there. Crossed there and actually got a wheelie over that middle jump.
Yeah, definitely something we haven't seen yet. So that's always a good way to start out your run. Gives the judges something to score you even higher on. Some nice air over that part there. He's not going to get caught up on it like Bronson just did in Bigfoot there either. So far, he's had some decent hits. He's trying to build some momentum up for this run.
To the tabletop he goes once again. It noses that truck down. Pulls in a little bit of a wheelie, but has to put it back down right before he gets to the jammer. He doesn't want to do what Mohawk Warrior did unless it's in the final 10 seconds, I think. You can't be doing that. You can't be messing with fire unless you're in the final 10 seconds. Half the run still remains for El Toro Loco. Nice air off the middle, jump backwards, and just about clears it perfectly.
So it seems like you can clear it from one way, but you can't clear it from the other. So that's kind of a unique jump there. It's going to go off the racing lane. Some nice air off of that as well. Lands it on all 4 tires pretty much simultaneously there, so he doesn't have to worry about any rebound afterwards.
Final 30 seconds for Jay Rando in the El Toro Loco. It looks like he's maybe setting up for a backflip here. To the other side of the backflip ramp he'll go. He'll get rotation. Not enough. A hard hit for that front suspension. Everything holds well, but about 10 seconds remain for Jay Rando. And that's not going to be the score he wanted in the El Toro Loco. Still time left on the clock.
Yeah, definitely not how he wanted to end it, especially with quite a few seconds remaining here. Right here, we'll see what happened here. Just doesn't really look like the truck kicked off the wall that well, and doesn't even break the tire off. So I think all the drivers, might have upgraded their trucks here so the tires didn't break off.
Score of an 18 for Jay Rando, just below Mohawk Warrior and Gravedigger in the scoring. Not what he wanted for sure. Keegan Thompson, Northern Nightmare, coming out. Won the first event out in Syracuse. Has had great runs ever since then. I think he's finished top 5 in every single event. Got third last week in Atlanta. Did well out in Tampa and obviously won in Syracuse. He is one that could try and lock his way into the World Finals 1 week early. And if he does that, you can expect him to go really, really big in Foxborough next week.
Yeah, I mean, for these competitors that can lock themselves in, if they do end up locking themselves in by the end of the event, I mean, these last, 2 or 1 events that are left after this, I mean, they're just going to go all ham here. Keegan, though, is already messing himself up a little bit, was able to put it back down. and I think he kind of hit the half crush car, half jammer there, but he was able to get it back over there.
Yeah, nice move there for Keegan Thompson as he's about halfway through the run, about 45 seconds left to go. Cross-threading obstacles, trying to hit things in unique ways to try and get the judges' attentions, get some points on the board. He's going to get nice air off of that, lands it hard on the top of that tabletop, posing a little bit of wheel as he's approaching the crush cars. Set it down before he got to them. 30 seconds remain for Keegan Thompson in the Northern Nightmare.
Definitely got some great momentum going for him right now. I think we're still looking for a wow factor or maybe some big air out of him. But, I mean, other than that, though, he's had a solid run going so far. A little bit of an endo there. He's going to gun it, though. Kick it upside down. Is it going to be able to roll over?
Wow.
It is going to be able to roll over.
And 10 seconds left for Thompson. Where's he going to go next? He actually kicks the cab off the truck. Where's he going to go? 5 seconds remaining. I think he's trying to get a backflip. Stuffs it into the dumpster. And all for naught. I don't think he got that last move in the final seconds.
I don't think he did, but he just nailed that dumpster. He's going to go, oh, he just stuffed it into the side of that ramp as well.
I think he's angry.
He's going to save it again.
Too bad that was not scored for Keegan Thompson. He flew down to the other end of the stadium where he was, I think, to try and get a backflip and stuffed it into the dumpster. Tried to get to the jammer and didn't even get to that in time. Let's take a look at this save here at the end.
Right here, though, I mean, kicked himself up just like Bigfoot did, but with this time, he had a little bit more space, so he was able to let the truck pretty much roll itself over upside down. It does a barrel roll right here and enough momentum to put it back on the all four wheels here afterwards. So nicely done by him. But I want to see this. I want to see this last countdown moment here if we end up having a replay of it.
Well, here's that issue where he got caught up. I think this is his final hit, so I don't think we're seeing the dumpster hit, but I mean, look at this. I think he tried to flip it over and just couldn't.
And one of those moments where the truck just doesn't want to go upside down.
It'll be a score of a 22 for Keegan Thompson, so maybe a little bit lower than people were thinking, but I think it is just about where it should be, down around 5th place right now. I think he actually is 5th place right now with 2 trucks remaining. Runner-up in Atlanta, Blue Thunder, and Ace Garcia flies out onto the floor. It looks like he's going to the jammer for his first hit of the 90 seconds. We'll see what he can do to try and fill this clock and get him some points to try and get himself to the World Finals. Nice skywheel there off the tabletop.
I know this Blue Thunder team, both this and the one in the West, have been runner-up a couple of times. They both feel like the win has been stealing away from them, so they're both going for something big just to get their first win in general, and then also to both get into the World Finals. So we'll have to see what they're going to be able to do. But so far, he's had some decent hits going for him, so we're going to have to see if he's going to be able to carry out for the final 60 seconds of his run.
And you talk about the Blue Thunder team. Fitzwater out in the West. The first 2 weeks, he got runner-up, as that was a nice save by Ace Garcia there. And then last week, Ace Garcia got runner-up in Atlanta. So 3 runs for Blue Thunder have been in the second place position as he's in trouble here. It's not going to come back. It's not going to come back. And that's a lot of time left.
That's definitely not what he wanted to do there. As soon as I saw that truck start to go in that little bit of a tumble section, it looked like he was starting to lose control there. I mean, he might have had the smallest chance of being able to save it here, but once those trucks, once they get out of control, as you can see right here, I mean, you have very little chance of you actually being able to save it, and you're just kind of hoping for the best thing to come out of the situation.
The only thing you can do there is once it was on his side, he hit the gas, and the score is going to be a 14 for Ace Garcia, so that ties him with Overkill Evolution right now, second to last. 1 truck left. Atlanta winner, Bounty Hunter Luke Rain, going to try and be the first driver to win multiple events in the season, and Huge Air making his presence known.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think that, no one has ever won 2 events yet, and just to be the first person to say that you have won twice is just, bragging rights in itself, so Luke Rainey would definitely love to be that driver to do so. So far, this first hit off that front of the jump there, he got huge air off of it. I think it's the biggest we've seen off that side of the ramp all night, so he definitely has one thing on his mind, it's getting that second win.
That was a nice move right there, a wheelie and set back into another wheelie. So Luke Rennie trying some different moves here, a variation of moves. That's what the judges love to see. If he can keep doing this for 90 seconds, he could have a shot at Grinder. Stephen Collin has been in the hot seat basically all night. He was the second truck to go out. He survived all these trucks. If he can survive Luke Rainey, the second truck to go out will win Freestyle.
I mean, you got to do everything in your run just to have a chance at Grinder there. Most of the trucks, this doesn't look too good, but luckily the truck held together. I didn't think he was going to get out of that. He's going to tap the wall there. Does it slowly. He's going to be lining up for the backflip ramp. Actually, we have to see if he's going to be able to do it.
Onto the nose, up onto the side.
He did it. I mean, I'll count it as a complete backflip. I mean, it was a little messy, but I think once Luke Rainey finished his first one, he's just been in love with those backflips.
Goodness, a huge hit there with just under 10 seconds left. It's upside down, though.
Is he going to be able to pull out of it? I don't think he's going to be able to have enough time. No.
And that was, I think that they shut the clock off with 1 second left, so we'll have to see what the judges think about that. Luke Rainey had a good run. Wasn't enough to dethrone Grinder and Stephen Collin.
I don't think it will be. Maybe a midfield truck scoring-wise. I don't think he had everything the judges were looking for there. But nice slap wheelie here, as you said, during the run itself. A pretty much textbook slap wheelie.
And right here, this next thing, we're going to look at the backflip as it noses down onto the ground. And somehow this truck comes back as it went onto the side. And he hit the dumpster, which actually saved him.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen a dumpster help someone.
And right here, then this final hit, I have to wonder if something on the suspension was broken. Because look at the front end and the back end. It's not lined up well.
No, oh my goodness, look at the way it's torquing right there.
It's supposed to be
definitely
twisting like
did not
that.
help him. No, not at all.
We'll see what the scores are for Luke Rainey. It's a 24 that will tie him with Marshall Burrow for second. And Grinder and Stephen Collin, the second truck out, will win freestyle here in East Rutherford. Grinder, Monster Energy, Bounty Hunter, Hooked, and Carolina Crusher the top 5. Northern Nightmare, Bad Habit also in the first half of the field.
Yeah, I mean, this event here had everything we were looking for. Grinder coming out the second truck was able to hold off till the very end, so nicely done by him. I'll be curious to see if any of these drivers were able to lock themselves into the World Finals after today's event.
Funny you mentioned that. As we go and look at the point standings, 2 drivers are locked in mathematically into the World Finals. Bounty Hunter and Northern Nightmare, Luke Rainey, Keegan Thompson, are 27 points up. You can gain 19 points in an event. They are mathematically in to the World Finals no matter what happens next week. Gravedigger and Grinder very, very close to being locked in, but everyone down below the top 2 still with a shot to fill the final 6 spots. They're right now held by Gravedigger, Grinder, Mohawk Warrior, Monster Energy, Blue Thunder, and Stone Crusher. That's the first event of week number 4. Join us for the next 2, Central and West.